And that right there is a reason why, if you're a Star Wars fan, you need to go to the Jedi In Exile and subscribe, because that's the sort of knowledge that is...
You're not going to get on 4-bit.
One, you ain't getting on 4-bit.
No, certainly
Two,
not.
just super interesting.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome.
Because when I hear, Darth Bane, I'm thinking, oh, Batman.
Yeah. Batman.
I have the Force now, Batman.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to Talk Bits. This is a podcast brought to you by the 4-Bit crew. If you have already seen our channel and you've already seen us before, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. It really, really does help us out. Guys, it's May, which means it is Star Wars month. So on 4-Bit, you are going to have Star Wars content coming at you every single Thursday through March. No, through May.
It's only one more.
What do you mean?
It's only one more Thursday.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm losing track of time.
Yeah, we're near the end of the month now. Obviously, we're not in real life.
No,
but,
we're time traveling.
We are.
Guys, we have got a very special guest with us as well. He's been on our journey all month, technically. So he has his own channel. He has a co-star as well who couldn't be here today, but it's all good. They're called the Jedi In Exile. So I'm going to present to you Matt.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
There he is. There he is.
Thank you.
Back at it again.
You know.
Matt, again, thank you so much for coming on and helping us out.
Thanks for having me.
Why don't you spend a couple of minutes talking about your channel and exactly what you guys do?
So the two of us are massive Star Wars fans. We pretty much cover off anything Star Wars. If you can think that it relates to Star Wars in any way, we're probably covering it in some way. We've got some gameplay stuff on there, some reactions to announcements, trailers, movie reviews, book reviews, TV show reviews, all that good stuff.
Awesome. So, guys, if you're into your Star Wars stuff, you're going to want to subscribe to the Jedi In Exile. It makes perfect sense. That's what doing it.
Yeah.
Subscribe to that.
The effort.
Subscribe to the
channel.
channel.
Timing was a little bit skewy.
I went for it. We are going to have a really quick chat about a few bits that are kind of been out on the channel through this month and stuff that's coming out. I don't know if you've seen what our compadre is wearing over there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
There he
in
is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi outfit. And Matt, you could probably speak to exactly what kind of outfit
Yeah,
this
it's
is.
from the Clone Wars, the animated series.
Yeah,
Very
Top tier.
yeah,
Top tier.
yeah. And it's the reason I'm wearing it is because we've just done shooting a video that will come out next week. So I really hope you enjoy that. It's good fun, and we can talk about it a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah. And it was so much fun to shoot. It was a good old time. Here it is, the age-old question. We've all seen it online everywhere. There's all different arguments about it. And we're going to go to, obviously, our Star Wars expert. We're going to talk about the classic debate of the order to watch Star Wars in. Because this is an age-old debate, and it goes round and round and round. And I think it probably gets posted about blooming every other day somewhere on the internet, is my guess. Matt, as our expert, what order are we watching these films in?
So, it's a shame Brian's not here because he's got some crazy ideas.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it quite vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of either release order,
Yeah.
true, back
Yeah.
to the OG, or the one that I always tend to go for is chronological order.
Okay.
So start with the old Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, sprinkle in some Clone Wars, and then just work your way right through.
Work your way through. Why do you think it started such a big, not uproar, that's too strong, but like everyone always talks about the order. It's such a topic that everyone likes to chat about. What is it about? Is it because people just are so passionate about Star Wars and they just...
I think it's mental because I think that essentially what happens is people go, well, why did George Lucas start with number 4? There must be a reason that George Lucas started with number 4.
Yeah.
Right? And then you start getting all these crazy theories about go watch 4 and then go watch 1, 2, and 3 because it gives you some like context for what happens in 5. And it's just, I think people get too hung up on it, if I'm honest. Yeah, 100%.
Dare I say, is it a bit for the sake of it? Do I dare say that? Am I going to get loads of hate for that?
No, I think so. I mean, I'm probably going to get absolutely flamed in the comments, but I think...
Do vanilla.
I think Star Wars fans like to be controversial for the sake of being controversial sometimes.
Yeah,
And
fair.
like to fight for the sake of fighting.
That's a fair comment, 100%. Have you guys got an order in
Yes.
mind? Or okay,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on.
I've got an order.
Here comes hike 1, 7, 9,
Yeah.
3, 4.
It's funny you say that, actually, because I think you should do the sequels first. What I'm talking about is reverse order.
Oh.
I'm talking about 987
I love that.
We go back.
I love that.
2, 1.
I love
Really?
that.
Yeah.
And do you watch it in rewind as well, or you?
Oh
Just...
no, I haven't done it.
Do you know what? I feel
But
like
I think you should do it.
I feel like it's going to be weird because it's going to be some Benjamin Button type shit. With,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with Anakin.
Imagine watching it in rewind as well.
That would be.
You know, I think it's probably the most superior order to watch Star Wars in. So if you're a Star Wars fan, me being a massive fan myself, I'm a big advocate of 987, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. I missed 5.
No, it's fine because it's terrible.
Whoa.
Heard it here first.
I think it depends on the audience, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're new to it and you're trying to get into it, maybe go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then whatever you want to do after that. But I think that if you are quite interested in it, then maybe your opinion would change. So maybe like to get people into it, you'd say do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the reason I say that is because just of the fact that the graphics was more modern in 1, 2, 3. So it's going to just resonate with you. You're not going to feel like you're watching a film from, you know, the 80s, the 70s, the 50s, the 60s. Because if you were to put like a 50s film on now, or like what's those motion picture still pictures? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You'd be like, that's ancient. I don't want to watch this. So if you watch 1, 2, 3 first, you're kind of suckered into the whole franchise, and then you'll tolerate
I get
like
what you mean.
the old
Tolerate is a bold way.
yeah, but like you'll put up with the older cinematography of 4, 5, 6. Is
I
what I'm
get
trying
it.
to say.
So I think Rich makes a really good point in that if you go watch the prequels, a lot of the CGI and a lot of the special effects probably actually haven't come that much further along when you then watch the sequels. Whereas, if you go back, I mean, you're thrown back to 77, right, for A New Hope, where there's the whole reason that the lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Vader on the first Death Star is so slow is because all the props that they made kept breaking because they had no way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I 100% agree. I think it's probably difficult for me personally. It's okay. Like I grew up on the original trilogy, so you get that kind of hit of nostalgia. But I think if you are coming to it for the first time, A, where have you been? But B, like
Probably not born yet.
but I completely agree. I think it's a difficult sell.
It'd be too slow for the modern audience, I think.
Yeah.
You'd have to induct them into the Star Wars world with 1, 2, 3, or even one of the newer ones. You know what I mean? Like,
Non-joke answer aside, I think it is one. I think the vanilla of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the best because it's supposed to be the story about Anakin. Right? That's the point. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the story of Anakin.
You see his rise, fall, and then redemption, right? That's literally the premise.
Yeah,
does make sense.
and then they added the other ones.
I liked Richard's point though, because that's me down to a T. Actually, if I'd seen one of the older ones first, I would have been like, I ain't watching any more of this.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd be exactly the same. I have another question.
They don't, not yet. For my 2 cents.
Oh, I thought you didn't have anything to say. 'Cause you were just, this was you.
No, I was stoically waiting.
Oh, Nathan.
I feel like he's
think-
about to drop a bomb.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not about to drop a bomb, but the thing is, I think that the real answer is I was about to say prequels, but I don't mean that. Is watch the original trilogy first. I think that's the real answer. But if you're dealing with someone that doesn't really, appreciate where a film is from time-wise, I feel like you start on The Mandalorian. You set the scene with something modern. You get him engrossed in some great filmmaking for The Mandalorian. Get him engrossed in the world, and then go back to the original. Because I don't think for a new viewer that starting on the prequel is a good idea because the original trilogy has mystery. And it doesn't have mystery if you start with the prequels.
Yeah, that makes
That's a
makes
good
sense,
point
that makes
actually.
sense.
Yeah. Because it's all like,
And you wouldn't
who are
ruin
the
it by watching like
Jedi?
Mandalorian or
Oh my
something.
God, Yoda!
Yeah.
And then, but with 1, 2, 3, it's all like
Gives all that
it's
context,
Jedi's
right?
everywhere.
Yeah,
it just gives it all
that's
to
a very
you.
good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like that original. That's why I think that's why the original trilogy is so good because like you just got to think about before you knew Star Wars, and it just slowly unravels things.
I think it's so difficult.
as you watch it.
I think it's so difficult as well because I can give my opinion from I've watched these movies like countless times, right?
Yeah.
So
you might see. I was going to say you don't see anything new. You might pick up the odd little thing, but realistically, you're watching the set. Like nothing is a surprise, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas I feel like for me to give an answer based on somebody who's maybe never seen it before is probably quite difficult because they're coming at it from a fresh set of eyes. They haven't seen the plot twists. They don't know the context of what it is they're watching.
Yeah.
So I think that also just adds another layer of how do you approach this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. I do think people should watch, if people are going to do any sort of order, that they should throw in Clone Wars before they watch 3.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
I think if you start from the beginning, if you're watching again, if you're going back, or you've watched the movies but you've never watched any of the additional stuff, if you watch it in chronological order, like time order of in-universe, 100% you get all the extra stuff from Clone Wars, from Rebels, from Mando, like everything. And then obviously with Rogue One. So Rogue One for me is mad. And the first time I watched it, I hated it, but it was redeemed by the final scene with Vader. I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but that adds such a massive piece of context to what happens at the start of A New Hope.
Yeah,
the whole conversation.
Yes, that's what we always forget. It's like it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rogue One, Solo, all that sort of stuff as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel, Nathan, that was awesome, and I nearly skipped you. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell the vibe I was getting.
Think twice next time.
Yeah, I will. I've learned from my mistakes.
No,
I've learned from my mistakes.
We've been shooting all day. We're a little bit tired. You take that to mean that I don't want to talk.
We're a bit fatigued.
I'm still here.
Yeah. How do you all feel about Disney? What did you say? Okay.
I feel like his comment was premature.
Yeah. How do you all feel about Disney taking over Star Wars? What is the feelings, thoughts when it originally got announced, when it all started happening, what was going on in the world, and then how do we feel now, and what are your thoughts and views on that?
I just remember when it happened, people were just bantering about Jedis becoming Disney princesses.
So it resonates with Rich.
It's like that's what I remember from when it happened is the key takeaway for me. But no, I haven't really got too many strong thoughts or feelings on it. I don't know about anyone else.
I was personally not necessarily strong feelings, but I was quite shocked by it originally. I didn't see it coming. I thought it came out of left field entirely. But when it all started unfolding, I was like, it's happening. It is what it is. But I don't know, Matt. I'd imagine it's with Matt. It's particularly.
I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
They came in. They said nothing's canon except the movies. So all the books that I had read as a kid growing up, I was like, well, forget all that knowledge because that's fucking useless.
Yeah. Really.
And then they came in. They cancelled Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Which is an absolute travesty.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've rectified by bringing it back for a final season, which was absolutely incredible. I think it's really difficult, and I have really mixed feelings on the situation because when it was announced, I hated it.
Yeah.
I felt like
a lot of people.
Yeah, I felt like they had just kind of come in and gone all this stuff that all of these like there were hundreds and hundreds of books. All this stuff that expanded on what had happened in the movies.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
There's hundreds of books?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
I
didn't know that.
And like somebody basically came away and just went, particularly like for those authors, I felt really bad as well because they basically went, your stuff not worthy of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
I think if you then look at it now, looking back, it was probably a really good move because they've delivered on some pretty awesome stuff, to be honest, in terms of Mando, in terms of funding all of the new books that we've got out of it. And actually, I think that part of that is probably down to George Lucas passing on his legacy to Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni kind of stepping in and going, this is what we're going to do, and have a long-term kind of roadmap.
Yeah.
Because actually, a lot of the stuff that happens, so Thrawn, who is big character in the Ahsoka series and in the Rebels series, it's actually based on a series of books called Heir to the Empire, which were released and they were set straight after Return of the Jedi, all about Thrawn and all about what happened to the Empire after the Emperor died and like the power vacuum that existed. And so they've basically gone, we're going to use that as some inspiration, write some new stories, but it's all kind of come out in a very similar vein. And actually, Timothy Zahn, who wrote those books, was brought in as a producer for Rebels and for the Ahsoka series to help kind of flesh out this new version of Thrawn.
Yeah.
and has now written essentially a new origin story for the character and a new set of books based on that.
I'd imagine when they first came up with the plan, and like roadmap is a good way of putting it, I bet they were all kind of sat around a table and they're like, we need to do something quite bold here. Or someone's come up with that idea and they've all gone, oh, you can't do that. People are going to be in uproar. But obviously.
Well, I think there's this, whole mind about Disney getting their hands on something else and just being this massive conglomerate monopoly of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And who wants the rat to have another piece of cheese? Do you know what I mean? I kind of think like that with a lot of stuff. But then on the same level, it's elevated Star Wars even further beyond to a place where maybe, arguably, it's more accessible to people now.
Think about
it
the
was
theme parks.
before. And yeah, look at the attractions and such, and Galaxy's Edge, I think it's called, and it's and we've got stuff like Mando and all this sort of stuff. So it's had its great things, but it's now at a point where it's like, are they just gonna milk it? And what I don't want from the milking is for it to go stale. I want it to always stay fresh and always be good, and hopefully the people that are on these things love Star Wars like the fans do, and not just trying to milk as much from the fans as possible.
Yeah.
I think you just want them to respect the lore and go into it. I mean, thinking about now, and I know this is a Star Wars conversation, but just to make the point about sort of disrespecting the lore or disrespecting sort of the universe, the world. I know when the Halo 2 series came out, people were a little bit irritated. I see some footage online of like a jackal holding an energy sword. And anyone who knows Halo, for example, would know that jackals don't hold energy swords. That's the elites, right?
Back to Halo.
Yeah, sorry.
She goes again.
Yeah, I'm switching.
Blame him in the comments again.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go there, but that's the point. So just respecting the law, right? So do you feel like, Matt, with some of the stuff that they're doing at the moment, that they're doing that, or are they kind of, going too far off tangent?
So I think Dave Filoni was working on the Clone Wars when Disney came in. Kathleen Kennedy took over like the Star Wars kind of franchise and was pulling strings at the top. And George Lucas pretty much said, like, Dave Filoni, I'm giving this to you. And Dave Filoni is like the diehard fan of all diehard fans. You ask him a question about Star Wars, like people joked that he knows more about Star Wars than George Lucas does. Yeah, like it is. Yeah, well, mental.
As you say, you've made the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah,
and everybody respects that as a series of like.
They didn't at the time.
Yeah, but they certainly do now.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So, yeah.
I guess that's the answer then. Is that if people feel like it's in safe hands, then they're going to kind of be more accepting. And
there's probably people that don't, right? But I think the general consensus is that Dave Filoni knows what he's doing. He's got Jon Favreau kind of supporting that. They're building like this A team of directors and producers who are on board for all of the live action stuff. Plus, Dave Filoni's kind of getting involved in pretty much everything. So it's like Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, Bryce Dallas Howard, Deborah Chow, and Taika Waititi. Like they're building this kind of A team where they start off directing individual episodes to kind of give them a trial, and then once they pass that, so Deborah Chow basically did the Kenobi series.
Okay, cool.
And she had done that off the back of the work that she had done on The Mandalorian. Yeah. So it's kind of like Dave Filoni is now the gatekeeper of the universe.
I don't think
and he goes, yeah, we'll let you guys in.
Yeah.
We'll bring you in.
They know they've got to get it right. They've got no choice but to get it right. They can't.
You just know, though, that no matter what you do, you just know that there's like a basement dweller,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, always will be, bro.
When are they going to bring back more slave Leia? Bikini.
Why are you coming at me like that, hey?
Sorry.
Wow.
No. You just know, right? It's like, I like to better when I can see the nipples.
There always will be.
And that's the problem with any franchise, but
Anything
I
in the world.
genuinely feel like Star Wars fans are probably the worst for that.
Yeah.
Every fandom thinks they're the worst fandom, though, don't they?
Well, I mean, we've done the most toxic gaming games.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we've ever talked about
The most toxic film
Fan base.
fan
base.
film
Yeah.
fan base.
Almost.
I'm not sure if we've done that.
That's a good question. Yeah.
I'm going to be really honest. I'm too nervous to move on because Nathan's not spoken. So
Oh.
we're just going to give him... And I'm not joking.
He's
I'm not
gonna
moving
hurt
on.
you.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, nothing to add.
All right.
Before we go on to a break, we're going to spin a closest wins. So anyone who is brand new to the podcast, we play closest wins every pod. I ask a question, and whoever guesses closest wins. It is that simple.
He did squeak, didn't he?
Did I?
I love
Yeah.
it.
I love the
Action
squeak. I love the squeak.
Guys, the first closest win in this podcast. In what year did Disney buy Lucasfilms? In what year did Disney buy Lucasfilms? If two people guess the right year, I have the specific date of acquisition, the
So
completion.
should we go for a date just in case there's a tiebreaker?
If you'd like to, so there's the year, which is all I'm asking for. But if there's a
I'll
tiebreaker,
I'll put a month
All right,
in
okay.
case there's a tiebreaker.
I can't believe I've squeaked.
I'm not
guys.
actually that confident.
Robbie, did you hear me
so-
squeak? He's shaking his head. It didn't happen.
Right. Feel the noise, Stu.
I won't
Feel the
change
noise.
my answer. I put my answer
I
genuinely, Matt, and now I'm not going to
I'll
change
be
it.
honest, mate.
Oh,
I have no clue.
I think I've
I'm trying to work this back.
you haven't looked at mine, have you?
Right,
No, I
I've
didn't
got
look
the
at
first number.
Cheeky,
Yep.
cheeky.
Good,
I reckon that's
good.
wrong.
First
I reckon that's
Yeah,
wrong.
come
I reckon
on.
that's wrong.
I actually think that's wrong.
number, guys.
It's 3.
No.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, is it
You
0 or
tease.
is it a 1?
Is it 0? Is it a 1?
Or is it a 2?
Well,
Was it a 3?
It was last year, right?
last week, wasn't it? Nathan, we're all ready? Has everyone got
you're
an
close to
answer?
mine.
So, what
have
was
an
the
answer.
year that Disney bought Lucasfilms?
feel like I'm early.
Spin it. Hike.
2015.
2015.
The year I got laid.
Richo.
I'm a touch
Okay.
earlier.
2014.
Don't even know if that's true.
I've gone significantly earlier.
Wow,
That is quite
2008.
early.
That feels early.
I've gone 2014 with an October tiebreaker.
Oh.
Sorry,
Right,
because
so-
I've seen his month now.
Did,
I haven't got a month. I
don't
haven't
worry,
put
it's
a
fine.
month.
It won't matter too much. So,
One.
the answer to the year is 2012.
Oh,
I was going to put 2012.
That is the answer to the year.
but
So, 2014s. So, we'll ignore Nath's October. I'm not going to give anything away. You guys guess the month.
Okay. I'll lock in and stay October.
You're sticking with October.
As long as Rich agrees not to strategize around
I'm
it
gonna
being
write something
October.
down just out of it.
How
just
can
for
you
for
not?
myself.
His subconscious going
you've
crazy
Just put it in
right
my
All right,
head.
well, I'm going to go for a new month then.
All right.
Because it'll just be so easy to be like September, and then you've got 2/3 of the year. Do you know what I mean?
No. Let's not count it in actual months. Let's count it. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is, if it's January,
Yeah.
then what I'm trying to say is like count the actual months. So was I 3 months away? Was I 2 months away?
Yeah, through the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not like who's closest to the start of
Have you
January.
got a date?
Because then I could strategize on that.
I've got a date.
Put a date.
You'll see what I mean.
Put a
You'll
date.
see what I mean. Pick a
What? So
month.
if it's January and I put October, that's 3 months out. Are you saying that?
No, so say it's September, then you'd be 1 month out as October, whereas I would be which way's close.
So he's saying if it was December and he put January,
Yeah.
and you put September, he would be closer.
'Cause
With
I'm
January because
just
it's 1 month out.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. So
We're
it's a
always going forward,
looping
always going
system.
forward.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
You have
I
to
reckon put a full date.
I'm going for Oct. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put a month as well.
I bantered and
A
put
date.
October, but now I will change
Put a
it.
full date.
And I'm going to guess the day that
Full
it
day,
was.
full day.
Wow, I haven't got the day.
I don't
so
know. I don't know.
I can
It all
find out.
matches up, but that's what I'm going for. I'll show it to the camera in a minute.
Who would,
Is that American or UK?
depends what I
UK,
say.
mate.
Obviously, it's English. Who are you?
I don't know what he's
The
talking about.
1st of April. Was that for the new financial year? Is that what you're for?
No, it was more like April Fools, you know.
Ah, okay.
I got it.
The correct answer is December.
No, it was at the end of the year. I put November. It
Yeah,
was at the end of the
December
year.
21st.
I didn't put
That
it.
was when the acquisition was completed.
I hope you're giving me real point for this.
Oh, you've won your first ever closest wins point. Second
Soon.
ever closest.
Second point.
But
No.
it's separate things.
Imagine getting 2 points in the
No,
other
no,
podcast.
but this is separate.
Yeah.
Star Wars pods. No, because Robbie can't play on this one. Rich couldn't play on the last one. It's inconsistent. But you've come second on Star Wars pods. On that note,
Nathan, congratulations.
we're going for a break. That's it. See you in a sec.
Go on then, Stu. Announce it.
Stand by. Hi, can you take the other side of this? We've got some really exciting news. Okay. Very exciting news.
We're going to become pirates.
So, get back.
Guys, we're announcing the new Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates 7.
This is the shittest announcement ever. Announcement? Wait, what are we talking about?
We've got some big news. Guys, really exciting announcement. You can catch us at MCM London 2024 in the Excel, May 24th, 25th, 26th in the Creators Pavilion. We've got a table, it's CR11. Richo!
He's going to be there. No, he's not. He won't be there. He doesn't like you nerds. Come.
Not expecting that one.
Yeah.
Come. Hello, mate.
Matt, can I ask you something in confidence?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Who is this George Lucas guy? Everyone keeps saying he's really important.
I actually don't know. Nath told me to say it.
Okay, all right, never mind.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talk Bits, the podcast brought to you by the 4-Bit crew plus the Jedi in Exile today. Really excited to have him.
Looking,
Guys.
laughing at me. I'm just turn around. I'm giving the thing to the camera and all this sort of stuff. I turn around and he's just beaming at me like.
That's because you
happy
do
to
it
be here.
every episode. You like greet and like do all this to the camera, but Stu's talking. You're clearly not on camera.
Yeah.
I know. I love it.
Sometimes it jumps. Anyway,
I was just having fun because of just messing around with Matt.
just trying to have a good time, guys. Right, so you need to paint a scene in your head now, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I using oil or pastel?
Whatever you are most comfortable
colour?
with. We're
What
painting
colour?
the scene.
Okay. I'm using
Where is this
blood.
going?
Yeah.
You're
The blood of my enemies.
you're in an arena.
I'm in an arena.
You're in an arena, a battle arena.
Battle arena.
It's funny because
Yeah.
I can see.
Get on the pillars. Get on the pillars.
Yeah, the pillars. I can see the.
You're
Yeah.
in a battle arena. Oh yeah, no, yeah. And let's say Grievous and Darth Maul are running at you,
Okay.
and they're angry, they're vexed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hella lightsaber blades, by the way.
That's a lot.
Exactly. There's a lot of lightsaber blades. You are right.
Is this Darth Maul before he gets his legs chopped off?
But
or
Darth Maul's
after?
not there, is he?
He's running. Darth Maul. I said.
No, well, he had
said
robot
Maul and-
legs.
He said Maul and Grievous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maul and Grievous.
So they're
okay.
coming at you. Ugh.
Okay.
You can pick one Jedi to have with you to duel these guys. Who do you pick? Pick your Jedi.
What's Chewbacca's?
low backer. Well, are you thinking of Gunji from the Clone Wars? Is that who you're thinking of?
Let me actually give an answer. Hold on.
Have you guys seen that meme of when Darth Maul's waiting for his McDonald's?
I've
Have you seen that?
got my
Oh, never mind.
answer.
Never mind.
Go then, Nate.
I'm jumping in.
Go on,
He's
take
taking,
it.
he's taking too long.
Nate's
I'll
with me.
take prime time Anakin.
Okay.
Prime time Anakin before he turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. I take primetime Darth Vader before the 4th movie.
I'm just going to say he's a Jedi.
Oh, you can't take a Jedi.
Yeah.
No,
Said
you have
Jedi.
to take
Jedi.
a Jedi.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
this
can't take
scenario,
Sith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't take
Siths
Sith,
are
my
running
friend.
at you.
Oh, got you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me. Queue up.
yeah. So I'll take Anakin. Just before he, kills the kids.
Yeah,
I've got it.
yeah.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it.
Anyone else got it?
I'll take Yoda.
Yeah, Jack's got one.
Yeah,
I'll take Yoda.
I'll go. I'll
But
go.
really, you're
Main character syndrome.
You're running in. Think
Yoda,
about
Matt.
it. Your life is in this person's hands and vice
Yeah, yeah.
versa. So
Do you know the part where Anakin goes into the Jedi Temple?
yeah.
And he's like, and there's this one character, and he goes, Master Anakin, we're scared, or whatever.
There are too many of them.
There are too many of them. That kid.
Yeah.
What are we going to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
That's
He's-
who you're-
that little youngling.
Love that.
Yeah.
You'll take the child.
He's got
Yeah.
that. He's got that down.
I actually think he's got something deep inside of him. I don't think he's dead either.
That's an interesting theory. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead. Put it for the comments if you think that kid is dead.
I'd take Yoda. Let's cut to my answer. I'd take Yoda straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. absolutely.
You think Yoda can beat my kid?
Your kid or the kid from Star Wars?
I can't. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I'll just take that.
I'm more interested in Matt's answer.
Yeah, everyone is.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been.
He said Anakin.
jeez.
Are you listening?
No.
not once.
No, jeez, that is difficult. I am going to go, I reckon, Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably...
Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. Probably the best with a lightsaber, and I think when you've got 6 lightsaber blades coming at you,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, yeah.
there's different styles of lightsaber combat.
yes,
And if I'm not mistaken, he's very good with the defensive style.
He basically created. So there are 7 lightsaber forms.
he
and he
yeah.
created Form 7.
He wrote the book on it.
And essentially, Form 7 is it was essentially created as like the closest you could come to flirting with the dark side without actually using the dark
Yes,
side.
Wow.
I've heard of this before.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Okay.
That's why I always like bring up Count Dooku with he's a duelist or whatever, because he has a different form.
Yeah.
And then Obi-Wan's form is defensive.
Yeah.
Anakin's form is attacked,
Yeah.
like style or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, all these sorts of things.
Right.
Yeah. Mace Windu.
Mine would be
What a
Obi-Wan.
G.
Would it?
Yeah, just because I feel as if I feel like he's very good at not panicking and sussing the situation out. There's something about him that
Yeah.
would just be like, I'd imagine the others, which would be great, but I think they'd just be like, let's go fight. Whereas I think Obi-Wan would kind of just take a second that he has and goes, plan. Okay, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be why I'd pick
I
Obi-Wan.
feel like he's very also underrated as a lightsaber duelist, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
There's a scene in Rebels where Maul, after coming back from the dead, tracks him down. So Maul basically blames his entire downfall on Kenobi because of what happened in the Phantom Menace, and Maul comes across Kenobi protecting Luke on Tatooine, finds him in the desert, and he thinks this guy's like a old, washed up, because he's essentially become Alec Guinness Kenobi at this point.
Yeah.
And essentially at the start of the fight, you see the growth that Obi-Wan's gone through in the terms of when he fights Maul the first time, he's really, really immature,
Oh, okay.
like super novice.
Yeah,
And he actually changes through 3 lightsaber styles. So he initially starts with his signature pose where he kind of holds his hand above his head with one hand out. Then he takes on the Qui-Gon pose, and then he goes into the pose of a Jedi Master. And actually, it's really, really clever because Maul tries to use exactly the same tactics that he used against Qui-Gon in the Phantom Menace, where he goes up for the hit in the face before he stabs him. And it's at that point that Obi-Wan slices his lightsaber in half. So it just shows the absolute versatility that he's got.
That's really cool.
Do you know, just hearing you talk about that, it makes me think that if you could spot all of those different fighting styles, like as it was happening, because if you'd never said that and you just showed me that scene, I'd be like, oh, this is class.
Yeah, that's why it's
Do you know what I mean?
awesome, innit?
But to know what the fighting styles are and then be able to recognize, oh, he's shifting into that one, I think it would make the viewing experience all the more intense and all the more enjoyable because there's subtleties that the average viewer may not be picking up.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I didn't know that.
The good answer from you as well is that Obi-Wan's fought both of those people as well.
Hadn't thought of that in my answer, actually.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought of that in my answer.
And beating both of them.
And beating both of them.
And the other thing is when Stewie said that, I know what he means because I feel like when I've seen Obi-Wan in different scenes, he does just have this calm and composure about him.
Yeah. Whenever he's on screen and he's about to duel or fight, he's completely different.
Yeah, he's like chilled. He's like in control of the situation. It feels like to me.
Yeah, definitely. Let's flip it. So now you've got Obi-Wan and Yoda. Generic names. Two Jedi coming at you.
Yeah.
You now have to pick a Sith to run in with you, okay? And I know they always lose 9 times out of 10, but who are you picking? Who are you taking that's going to give you a chance against Obi-Wan and Yoda?
You know in the scene where Anakin goes into the Jedi temple and there's a kid and he's like, there are too many of them. Now, my real answer was what I gave before. Darth Vader Prime. Before 4, post 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when he was in his prime, in this little period between those 2 points. And that's when he was just messing people up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any of that's canon anymore, but in like the comics, he was the strongest in that period. So
Yeah.
if I would have picked then, to be honest, I think I'd pick Darth Vader. He's the strongest of the Sith, right?
I'm not sure. I'm
Is
still
that for,
thinking.
is that for Star Killer if he was canon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Not quite there yet.
I completely agree. I feel like there is no other argument, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like kind of the only argument that I would maybe have on that is whether it's pre-end of Revenge of the Sith Vader, so pre like half cyborg Vader, so when it's literally Dark Anakin. Just because like the guy, if you're gonna go on like midichlorian stuff, midichlorian's off the charts, like ridiculously powerful, ridiculously strong. Like he became through the Clone Wars as a Jedi, like he became renowned and feared for the sort of stuff that he would do on the battlefield. Imagine what he's then like, full on embracing the dark side. I just think it's mental.
Yeah. Different beast entirely. Nathan, any idea or Rich?
Yeah, I think Dark Anakin is a good answer, but I feel like that there's more to it with the primetime Vader answer, because I feel like the primetime half cyborg Vader would struggle emotionally in a fight with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wow.
Well, we see it in Kenobi,
Oh,
right?
wow.
We see it in Kenobi.
That is such a good answer.
see it in
That's
Such a
Kenobi.
good answer.
I'm
Wow.
not sure he'd hold up with Yoda there as
Wow.
well.
And I can tell you right now that it's also like as Cyborg Vader fighting Ahsoka in Rebels.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like so many parallels to the
Yeah.
Kenobi fight from the series as well. Like
That is such a brilliant.
That
curveball.
is a great
So-
answer.
So who can beat them?
Yeah, but with that in mind, then who do you think is a more compatible?
I think it's still Anakin, but I don't think
it would be his
I don't think Vader after losing his limbs.
because he
With
lost
that
some of his
anger.
power.
I thought he passed that, and that's what shows in Kenobi that he wasn't. He didn't have it in him, but then like as time went on, I mean, he killed. He didn't actually kill him, but he was striking. He's struck.
Well, we're talking
Guinness
like
Obi-Wan
4
down.
5 years later. Then
He lost a lot of his power though by losing his limbs, though, right? Because you lose your midichlorians, is it?
well, so like the premise is yes, he's nowhere near as strong because in theory shouldn't be able to use the Force with his like if you believe the whole like should use your arms and stuff like with his cyborg
Right.
like hands and all of that sort of stuff.
Who's
think-
going to be a close second though? That's the thing.
I see. I think it's really difficult because I think that Dooku was class, but then the fact that he's literally like beaten by. This is the thing. So if you look at Anakin, Clone Wars Anakin into Revenge of the Sith Anakin, like the growth that's then been there, he beats him before he's even turned. And then if you believe in the whole mantra of the dark side is technically stronger, the second that he then turns, it just like takes it up another level. So
Yeah.
I think you're struggling to find anyone. Probably going to get absolutely slated in the comments.
That's what we
There's probably
like,
gonna be
though.
people going,
how about
"Hold on,
if
this
I
guy?"
put forward an example? How do you think Kylo would fare?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Kylo sucks.
He'd get wrecked.
Kylo couldn't beat.
Ray no training.
Yeah, Ray no training and Finn.
Yeah,
Finn who doesn't. Well, technically.
Yeah,
doesn't-
that's actually
I'm going to
quite
say
embarrassing.
doesn't have the Force, but when that film was written, didn't have the Force.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But they have no like these are the difference is that prime time Jedi training up the wazoo. Kylo Ren's just like I want to be my father. I want my grandfather.
Cool character though.
So it's
throwing it out there. Cool character.
To be fair, even though he got absolutely skedaddled by everybody else, no one's had that same training as like being Jedis or anything.
Yeah.
So they're just throwing swords around.
What about
at
going
that point.
back further in the lore? Like, are there ones if we go
So,
back
like, you got-
that's still canon? Would you
like
say?
Revan, maybe? But Darth Bane, I tell you what, if Darth
There we go.
Bane was fully made canon, 100%, like, Darth Bane is probably going to... So Bane was made canon again. So it was... there was a trilogy, Darth Bane trilogy, which talked about... So Darth Bane was a Sith who invented the rule of two. The whole one master, one apprentice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so essentially... going way back, there were tons of Sith and tons of Jedi, and Darth Bane worked out that every generation of Sith got weaker, because what would happen is one Sith would train like 5, and then those 5 would band together, kill the one, and then try to take the power. So each generation was weaker because there were more of them to take down one.
Oh, interesting.
And so he basically set off this thing called a Force bomb. He lured a bunch of Sith and a bunch of Jedi to a planet. There was a massive war, lured them to a planet, and essentially like wiped out a bunch of Jedi and all of the Sith, and then took an apprentice and created the rule of 2. And he essentially got this weird armor that was lightsaber resistant, but basically it was killing him slowly. It was like these weird scarabs that kind of like latched onto him, slowly killing him, but completely lightsaber resistant.
Wow.
So that got wiped from canon, and then it was brought back in he was brought back in Clone Wars through a Sith holocron. So whether or not that part of his story still exists, like, who knows?
Yeah.
But technically the character exists. So if we're going, like, he definitely would 100% be up there.
Yeah, he's one of my favourites.
And that right there is a reason why, if you're a Star Wars fan, you need to go to the Jedi In Exile and subscribe, because that's the sort of knowledge that is...
You're not going to get on 4-bit.
1, you ain't getting on 4-bit.
No, certainly
2,
not.
just super interesting.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome.
Because when I hear, Darth Bane, I'm thinking, oh, Batman.
Yeah. Bad.
I have the Force now, Batman.
I think we spin closest wins. I think we do it again. We hit it again. So Hike got 2 points in the last Star Wars edition of Talk Bits. Nathan has got 1 point in the Star Wars edition of Talk Bits.
Yeah, huh?
So there's a chance for a tie here. I haven't got an extra question, but maybe Matt can come up with one off the top of his head, potentially. Maybe. No pressure. Maybe. No pressure. This is a very Billy basic question, and due to the game show that we have been recording, you may remember the answer, maybe. But it's in feet but it's in feet and inches.
Should be a height of Yoda, right?
How tall is C-3PO?
Oh,
In feet and inches, guys.
feet and
Feet and inches?
Yeah.
Feet and inches.
I was thinking feet and inches.
But the heights were given in meters.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Don't cheat and
What
remember
heights,
that.
okay.
what heights were given in meters?
The heights were in meters, but that's what I'm thinking. Don't have it as meters, because if you remembered it,
Okay.
I've done it on purpose.
Yeah, this is just a conversion challenge.
Closest
I
wins
hope
to
so.
the conversion challenge.
I've seen his answer now.
Oh, no.
That's fine. Go the same as me.
Yeah.
And then we all win. And then we all win.
I can't do the conversion. I think I know the answer. I just
Okay.
can't do the conversion.
I'm terrified because
Well,
I feel like I
unfortunately,
need
it's
to
in
try
feet
to
and
get
inches.
a point here.
If I was human cyborg relations, how tall would I be?
I am going to go with this.
Cool.
It's a good answer, bro.
It's close.
It's a good answer.
I'm ready.
But it's not. It's the
We're
close.
all ready?
Not the same.
Hike's still writing?
Yeah,
Go Hike
I'm-
first.
5'8".
Wow.
Too tall, my man. Too tall.
Oh, Rich is confident about that.
Too tall, you reckon?
I think.
5'5"?
Yeah. So I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was
50 something.
Oh,
no,
yeah. I
one
think he might.
160.
I thought
Well,
it was 170.
I think he was what, 160.
Okay, we'll run through the answers.
I got 5'10".
Cool.
Oh, sorry. I don't actually think I said it 5'5", just for the audience.
5'11".
Okay. Through my research prior to the game, the answer that I have got is 5'9".
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And that's the answer I've got through my
me and-
research on
I
the
would,
internet.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
So
I'll share the point with you.
Yeah.
Are we going off that?
I'm as
or-
tall as
I'm going off this.
C3PO.
I'm going off this. I'm
Okay.
going off my plan. So who got closest?
I was 5'10".
It's me and Matt.
They're equally
5'8".
close.
Yeah.
I think you need a tiebreaker question.
We need a tie.
Go for
tiebreaker
R2D2
question.
high and we'll look it up together.
Okay.
Or I'll pull it up if you
Yeah,
want.
Nate's going to look it
R2D2,
up.
This
Let's
is your tiebreaker.
go. Let's keep it droid based
Yeah.
because this is important. R2D2.
I'll be
right?
feet in inches as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. How tall is R2D2?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. There's the answer for when you do it. Okay.
This is
Got
good,
it?
good to actually get this answer because we were bantering earlier on today. Like, how tall is he? Is he this? Is he that? So now we
so
get the
scared.
answer.
I'm ready.
What you got?
3 foot.
Nice. It's 3'7".
Wow.
Oh.
Tall.
But you know
Jack
what?
takes
I
it.
always remember
I'll
like,
take it.
when you we've all been not the real R2D2,
We've all
but
been
at
near
Comic
him.
Cons and stuff, you always see like, and he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall, isn't he?
No, though.
Yeah. Okay.
I've met him.
I mean, the expert isn't happy.
Wait, no, you got to think about it. That like, what Anakin, like Hayden Christensen definitely isn't like 6'4".
No. Well, but how tall is Anakin?
And his R2? Well, who knows?
That's the difference.
And then
yeah.
is R2 half that height? Because I would have said less than half that height.
Yeah, if you think about it in the movies, he doesn't seem like it's 3 foot.
C-3PO was what? 5'9".
He's 5.
5'9".
Yeah.
So if you picture the two of them
3'7", 5 foot not
standing next to each other,
maybe actually.
2/3 of the height.
Yeah, but
almost.
old school R2 was taller, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I had Kenny Baker inside.
Yeah,
right?
because there was a man in there.
Yeah, Kenny Baker. Big up Kenny Baker.
Big old Kenny Baker.
There was actually a man in there.
Could you imagine it was canon that
you know
there
what's
was a man
hilarious
in there as well? It's like,
Do you know who was
compute
in it?
that for me, R2.
Should I tell you who was in it?
Head off.
That kid from the Jedi Temple.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've come full circle.
Oh, yeah. He probably was
Stu,
him.
if you had to do an impression of R2, what do you think he would sound like?
That was really good, but I think
He just
I think you just
held
cut it off a little bit too early.
Yeah, if you just held it.
Your voice ain't like it anymore.
You cracked that one.
If there's anybody outside this venue right now, the police are being called and we're all knackered.
I think that peaked on mine as well. My mic as well.
We are gonna come full circle. Back to shut up.
Back to
4-bit.
Oh, that's us.
Favorite Star Wars video game. Okay, so we're kind of full circle because we talk a lot about video games on the channel. That's sort of our main vibe, I guess, with a bit of other bits and pieces as well. But favorite Star Wars video game, and I'm going to go first. I don't know if you remember. Robbie off camera will remember. There was Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, computer, RTS. So good. So good. I just have a snigger from the corner. Yeah, real-time strategy with Star Wars, like, what a dream. And really old. I don't know when it came out, but...
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played
Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
But think back to Nintendo 64 with pod racing, with...
Episode 1
the Jedi
Racer
Fighter,
and stuff.
all of that
Yeah,
sort of
stuff
stuff.
like that.
PlayStation
That was a great game.
1.
Yeah,
Bounty Hunter as well when you played as Django
Star Wars
Fett.
Bounty Hunter was awesome.
Yeah.
That is close second for me,
To
actually.
be fair, I've got two that I think I have to go with Battlefront 2
I
from what 2005.
Remake just came out.
Yeah, the remake literally just came out.
I
But
used to love the Battlefront game.
my close second is definitely Jedi Power Battles,
I don't
which
know.
was
Jedi Power?
so it was a PS1 game.
Okay.
And you got to play as essentially various members of the Jedi Council. So it was really weird because it came out after Phantom Menace, and obviously in Phantom Menace you see a really small amount of all these people in the Jedi Council, but you could play as like so you got to play as Plo Koon, and it was
the lad.
Yeah, the lad. Plo's bros, and he is the first time that he had a like an orange lightsaber, which they then retconned and made blue in like Attack of the Clones and everything. But it's absolute class game.
Can you explain retconned for me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, like said that is not canon anymore.
I see.
So change.
Oh,
change the
interesting. You
canon.
didn't know that.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Never heard that word before.
Oh,
Well,
Is-
not knowing what it was.
Is that like a universal thing that you'd say if something's taken out of canon?
Yeah.
was it
Retconned.
retconned?
Ret.
Yeah.
Retcon.
What are you
Never do
actually?
that.
I don't know.
What are you abbreviating?
I have no clue, bro.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Retrospectively.
Canned? Is it retcanned?
Conned.
Is it? Oh, it's conned.
Someone let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Here's that.
Please.
My one would be, so I've got a couple. I was going to say Battlefront 2. There was a Phantom Menace game that I played on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
It's like where I could always remember the first scene when you're playing as either, Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon.
And then Qui-Gon, yeah.
And then like gas is filling up. And
The room is
you're
filling
actually-
with poisonous
yeah,
gas.
Yeah, you're actually playing as
Literally the line.
But I think like... And then some of the PlayStation ones where you're playing as Starkiller and such, right? Those were good. And even the newer ones when you're playing, can't remember his name.
Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis is good. But I genuinely think that like Lego Star Wars,
Yeah.
the collection where you can play every single movie?
The new one, or the like when because they released the first ones, right? That was just Lego Star Wars, and then they did the like Lego Star Wars the complete saga, which was like the 2 Lego games put together, and then obviously the newest one that came out was the Skywalker saga, which has got everything in it.
I haven't played that, so I guess I'd say the complete saga, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of games. I used to love that, and I thought the fact they could play every single movie
that's
and
cool.
had all these characters, and it's Lego. And I just thought, I think people really rate those games more than you think as well.
I like the Lego games. They were
great.
fun.
I mean,
yeah,
great.
they were a lot of fun.
You got one, Rich? Or Nath?
The only thing I'd add on the Lego, because I haven't played many of the Star Wars games, to be quite honest with you, but I have played the Lego ones when they was like really coming out and it was all the rage. But I could switch it the other way and maybe name a game that was very controversial for the community, but maybe we'll go to more opinions on the best games first.
Go
What do you
for
think?
it. In the short amount of time we have left.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. So I've just started a new run through of Knights of the Old Republic on my phone.
Oh, to be fair, I didn't even
Yes.
think that far back.
That is a very fond memory game for me, but I was too young for it at the time, so I never actually like fully got through it, which is why I've started again.
That's not the MMO, is it?
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
Old
It's an RPG.
Republic.
That's the Old Republic. It's like a strategy game. Or well, it's like kind of turn-based, but not really turn-based.
Yeah,
it's
it's an RPG with like stats based on like a Dungeons and Dragons stat system, like that kind of
This
thing.
sounds sick.
Yeah, it's really
really
good, mate. I'm surprised you don't know about
And
it.
you can get it for like £2 on CD keys.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But yeah, well, it's great on the phone. But in terms of total play time and like what I've got the fondest memories of, it's Battlefront 2.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just especially the space stuff.
Yeah,
in
the
Battlefront
space
2,
battles. Yeah.
were really, really good. I have fond memories of those.
What was the game that they released maybe within 3 or 4 years ago that had all the pay-to-win stuff?
So that was the remake, essentially remake, the EA Dice.
EA Dice Battlefront.
So they got
2.
so
Yeah, we're all talking about the old one.
okay, yeah. So that one, I'm switching it to the other side, aren't I? In terms of like one of the worst games out there, I think it's pretty unanimously agreed.
The one thing that I would say with that is like it got slated on release because of that, and it was a terrible system, right?
Yeah.
But actually, in terms of what they then pushed out to the game, in terms of like free content and keeping it fresh, it was actually really, really good.
Yeah. Awesome. Guys, we're going to call it there. Thank you, Matt, so much for coming on.
Anytime.
We've got 2 pods with Matt, so if you haven't seen the first one, go back and check it out. And obviously check out the Jedi In Exile as well. Really cool channel. And yeah, again, thanks very, very much. Subscribe, comment, like, you know all that good stuff. We are the 4-Bit Crew.
And may the force be with you.
And may the force be with you. He said the line!
He got it in. Cheers. Bye bye.